Hello, I'm Chris Lapados, Thanasiopoulos. That tech support is going to close it up here tomorrow, Tuesday, next day. All right, today I'm going to be doing a short review of this tribe of men. Our dating apps really stacked against men. Shocker, yes, this should be obvious to anybody involved. And I'm going to go into some little more details. I've recorded this video once, but I forgot to hit mute, unmute, and I'm recording it again. So let's see if we can get this going.
Laws, anyone can request their own user data from these apps. However, the data doesn't really come in a digestible format. Many believe this isn't a coincidence. The theory is
really a digestible for who? You want the data, not the data formatted.
These companies don't want you dwelling on how much time you actually spend on these apps, how low your success rate actually is, or just how stacked the odds are actually.
Right, because they're not designed to actually commit to do the thing that they say they're going to do. They're not designed to make you hook up with people. Like if horny guys that hook up with chicks that want to get laid real easy. I mean, in the beginning, yes, they did, because that's how scams work. It's called a confidence game, where they have to actually get you to confidently feel, or a group of people to confidently feel that they have found an answer with your service, right? And your thing that you're offering. And you have to spend a lot of time and energy in the beginning, a lot of promotion, a lot of pizzazz, like, oh my God, I want the man of my dreams and the wedding and all that stuff. And oh my God, I'm getting laid, blah, blah, blah. And they have to do that. They have to push, they have to do losses. They have to take massive, massive losses for an indeterminate amount of time until they figure out where they can, looking at the data, where they can start to eke out and start to kind of do the grift on the thing where they're starting to like not actually provide that stuff anymore, even though they have a large group of people who they've successfully done this to, because it's not really that complicated. The dating apps are, let's be honest, not that difficult of an application. I'm a software developer, so I know this stuff. It's like, okay, this isn't rocket science, but they can look at the data, they can start to turn some knobs here and there where they put some more uglier people in, and maybe show some people at the beginning, so you can, oh wow, look at all the good people in, and then all of a sudden there's not that people, well, you want to pay, and then they give us a little bit more, start using like a slot machine, they start to run the numbers. You don't think they're not doing this? No, they would never do that. They're a dating app. They're not trying to scam people. They're trying to make people find love
against you. Not because of some grand conspiracy to protect feminism or alpha men or whatever it might be, but simply to protect their bottom line. And there may be some truth.
What do you think this is? Do you think that, okay, do you think they're doing a charity here? Do you think the dating apps are a charity where we just want to get some nice Christian boys together with some nice Christian girls and have some nice Christian babies? Do you really think this is what they're doing? Look, here's the business of America. If you're dumb in America, you're going to get taken advantage of. You are the allowed prey. Since about the 1980s or so, they started they said, no, we can just start taking advantage of the poor and destitute, and people can't figure it out. They are allowed to be preyed on. And somebody in Washington D.C. said, they looked at the numbers up. Yep, the smart people, they fight back. The wealthy people, they've already got it all wrapped up. But the only people that are left that we can take advantage of are the dumb and stupid ones at the bottom. So they go, okay. So if you give out offers that have consequences, you don't know that you haven't told people about it. You know what the consequences are. People aren't going to get hooking up on these apps. They're going to get milked for massive amounts of money as much as possible. They're going to promise to have the pretty ads and all the models and all this stuff, and they're going to get dumb people to fall for this stuff, sign up on these apps, and look for love.
To that, when these companies do share statistics, they're clearly curated. Take OkCupid, for example. They used to publicly share some pretty wild dating app stats until they were acquired by Match Group in 2011. One of their most famous blog posts was titled, "I'm not kidding, why you should never pay for online dating."
Right. By the guy who wrote the CEO.
It was written by former OkCupid co-founder Christian Rudd.
Yeah, he's the co-founder. So we're going to help people find love. And then you realize, oh, there's really not much money in that. Once they're in the app and we find the love, they go off and they're not back for a long time. Because they found love. So they go, our business model's not working, so we're going to sell it to a company who's got the guts to go do the thing, which is grift hard on the dummies. Who I'm going to use a rating app to find love. I'm going to use the computer in my pocket to find love. And okay, so I have a solution. I'm not just complaining, which is I rightfully have the right to complain, because this is ridiculous. This is my culture. This is my society. I live in America. I'm an American. So my grift is I get to call this stuff out. Bo, who's like, why are these apps not working anymore? They were working at one time. It's like, dude, you're running a grift too. Your stuff was different in the beginning. Now you're just kind of grifting on the thing, dude. I got t-shirts for sale. We got consulting. We can get you hooked up with a Ukrainian girl.
Rudder and received national attention. That post is no longer public and only accessible through Internet Archives. In fact, the entire original blog has since been taken down. Now it's worth noting Rudder.
Well, no shit, because it was affecting the bottom line. You think Look, all the OkCupid group has to go call Google because they're the biggest partners. They're paying a lot of money for these ads and YouTube and all that stuff. Like, hey, could you guys take down that website there? And then the old CEO's like, look, we're gonna bring you to court if you don't take that thing down. It's like he's like, court. I thought I was doing someone a favor by telling them not to use your app. It's like, you're the ex-CEO. We don't need that shit up there. It's Google. It's like, yeah, how much do you want? Well, how much does that cost? Google says it'll cost you $20 billion to take that thing down. Match Group's like, no way. What happens if we do 10% more advertising and profit? Google says, okay, we'll take that instead. And now there's whip it down and never seen again. Get the Internet Archive out of there. Nothing can be seen again, and no one's even gonna go look at it anyway. It's just a pile of trash. Let's keep going.
Claimed in a 2014 Time article, Match had nothing to do with the pausing of his articles.
Oh no, they had nothing to do with it, but Google did. They had no. They were completely unabsolved from any. No, why would we get to take it down? No, no. They were sad. We're gonna take down. Shut up.
But he left the position in 2015, and in 2018, the blog relaunched with all of his articles gone. So,
oh, look at, wow, I love voting. Voting is hot. Well, voting, OkCupid, dating and voting and dating. Like, if I vote for a girl on the dating app, I'll get the fucker. You see how this whole thing is just massive scams on top of massive scams on top of massive scams, psyops, like turning men's sexual desire over to be monetized on a dating app. The thing gets turned into a voting block, like it's moved around by the people in Washington DC. Like they're just like, these people are really stupid. We can do anything they want. They will literally believe anything we tell them. This guy's like, gosh, Julie G, why are they lying to us? It's like, okay, so at the end of this video, I'm not complaining. I have a solution that you can use to happily quit drinking forever. This is the video. It's called Man Free World right here. And I have a document also that goes into detail about how to do this. You can learn how to do this stuff for free. You're going to have to pay a little bit of money to get a little piece of equipment that you will actually use the shit out of once you understand what this is for and how this works. So it's a solution. How the easiest way to stop drinking, because a lot of people think they can go to the bars. I'm going to go to the bars and drink and get wasted and find my perfect girl. It's like, no, man, no. So it's the easiest way to stop drinking, because I'll go into detail about why this was bestowed upon me. I did not invent this. This was given to me by somebody else. That I don't understand why they picked me for this thing, because I was fucking up so bad and I didn't really understand what was happening. But thank goodness I had to stop drinking, and then this was just given to me. So like, I'm giving it to you. There's no cost associated. I'm not selling anything yet. I might, but not right now. So let's see. Let's keep going.
Who really knows? But I think it's safe to say today, Match would never release data that suggests you shouldn't pay for dating apps. Instead, they carefully curate the narrative, releasing studies on trends like post-pandemic dating.
It's a billion-dollar company. What do you think they're doing? Well, they're going to release the data that says it doesn't work. Golly gee, why doesn't the oil companies release the data that says they kill 10,000 fish a year? It's like, they're not going to do that. What do you think? Like, who are the people who think this way? Like, Bo's like, oh, wow. You think they're lying about this? Wow, it's like, let's just say American companies, American corporations lying to people. I've never heard of such a thing. Taking advantage of people they're desperate and kind of dumb, and just taking their money over and over again. And you were like, why aren't they telling me that they're not? That's like telling them. Why don't they tell me that if I give them money, they're just going to keep lying to me? Why don't they tell me that? Where do these people come from, man? How is America even staying put together with this like mindset? It's like, oh, they're lying to you. Wow, for money. Oh, I can't believe it.
Conveniently ignoring the data that actually matters. They have access to the numbers. They know the real match rates, whether super like.
Because that's what look, man. This is the whole reason they went into business. The business wasn't to get people together. It was to make money, and as much of it as possible, as fast as possible, until people figure out. Bo's like, yeah. I'm gonna hook you up with a training.
Likes actually work, but none of that is public, because if people saw how inefficient the system.
That makes sense, dude. Of course, you want to send out curated data that pushes more users into the pay-for-play ecosystem that you've created, because the dating
Really,
algorithm has
Bo?
gotten so
Wow,
advanced
you're
and so
really-
pinpoint
this
accurate
is
that
the-
you
this is the
could theoretically
content.
get people off of your apps immediately. But that goes counter against
Wow,
what the
this
shareholders
is-
want.
wow,
Guys, this is why these apps.
You're really adding value here. Well, yeah, I guess they would have to. We kind of block that stuff and really promote the stuff that makes it look like the shit works. Oh, wow, dude.
Or shit. It's like unless you're an
Like, oh,
outlier in attraction, then you can bypass the gatekeeping and for-profit incentives they have laid out throughout the app. And that's the only way. Be a woman or just be an extremely
see,
attractive.
here's the grift. Here's his grift. It's the only way is to get buff and get really ripped up. Go to the gym 65,000 times a day and then make $1 billion. You gotta get $1 billion Ferrari company. Otherwise, you could just kiss your ass. It's like, no, the dating apps are stupid. They've always been stupid. They're not. They're basically they're just really what they are at the end of the day are for ugly women to hook up with random hot guys. Like 5%. There's like 80% of them go run through hags going after the 5% or just running them through like, why can't I nail them down? Why can't I nail them down? It's like he's running. Look, man, for that 5% on these apps, they're having their best life. Like they're literally pimped out. Like they're they are literally having the best life. But that's not for you, and that's never going to be for you. And even for those guys, are like, these girls are stupid. They're all trying to nail me down or cause problems. Like this, they're talking. It's like, well, what do you expect to have happen? Holy shit!
Slash successful man. And you won't need to pay for anything, and your match rate is fucking sky high. And the app.
No, that's not it, dude. You have to demonstrate that, Bo. I hear this a lot, but you have to demonstrate it because what I hear is like these guys get on these apps, like, nah, man, fuck these apps. These apps are retarded. These women are stupid. They're ugly. They're mean. They're nasty. They're trying to get me hooked, hemmed up in some kind of crimes. It's like, no, man. The approach I've just showed you, this here, how to happily quit alcohol. This is the way to go. Not this other dating apps. I'm getting buff. You know how hard it is to make a business that's actually profitable. You have to be even the top. So you're just saying, oh no, you have to be if you're not the top 5% on the apps, you're going to be top 5% in business. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Or top 5% of the gym? It's like, no, dude, that's not how this. You can skip all that shit. If you do the thing I talk about in that video, you can skip all of it, and nobody gives a fuck, and nobody cares
App works for
about
you.
You're gonna be a. That's the thing. He thinks he's red pill, but he's so blue pilled as fuck. Red pilled is like realizing there is yet another alternative. Yet another that these guys will never talk about. Because all the people that promote it are all grifters. They all got something to sell. They all want to try and get you locked into their program, which is failure mode, because they know that you have to be top 5%, and most people that are going to come to them are not going to be that. But they can be convinced that they can be, and this is the grift, and this is where Bo comes in. With this, you gotta be the top thing. It's like, dude, you have any idea? Actually, he does know how hard it is to be successful, and most of them fail. Most of your businesses are gonna fail. What was it, 90% in 5 years? Come on, man.
As intended. And I think I have a theory, and I don't know if he even goes into this or if somebody's ever said this, but I think that they use their most attractive people and push them on you when you start.
This is his theory. Bo, did you really come up with this on your own? That they push the most attractive people in the beginning? You mean they love bomb you? They do the scam tactic of, you're the best ever. Look at all the pretty girls that you can fuck. It's like, and you think that, and it's like, and then this is, Bo, have you been to a casino? I know you have been to a casino. What do you think they're doing there? Ding dong. Come on, man.
Count. But you yourself are never shown to these people.
Sad.
You'll never match them anyways because they're probably too attractive for your, SMV or whatever. But
SMV, who gives a shit, man? I have a way to skip all that you've never heard of. And you're probably gonna be, oh my God, this is I have to. It's like, yeah, you might have to lower your ego a little bit and become human again. I'm the big man and I know all the things. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
It's a chasing the dragon hit.
The only option is to, no, it's not the only option is to, fuck, dude.
You ever notice when you start a new dating app profile, like it shows you a bunch of attractive people?
How many times have you done that, sir?
And then out of nowhere, the willies, the cave trolls, they all start showing up and shit, dude. The Shreks.
Who's on these sites? That's who's in America. Yeah, that's the 90%. That's your customer base, asshole. That's who this whole channel he's curated for is for. This is who it's for. The cave trolls, ding dong. Yeah, but you're my cave troll, but I'm gonna snag me a 10. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Everywhere.
Stop.
And it's like, what the fuck happened? This apple's full of hot chicks. Nope.
This apple's full of hot chicks. You're so extractive, dude. Your whole mindset is extreme. I mean, in the beginning, you were a little bit better at this, But now you're like, you've gone the dating app road. You're like giving advice that ain't gonna get people anywhere, but it's gonna get people hooked into you and get you scammed. So okay, I've said enough. Look, go check out that video. I'm gonna leave links in the thing below, and let me know what you think. And maybe I will do a training or something on sort of how do people do it, because people have a lot of questions about how to set this stuff up. Maybe I'll do a little grift on it, but it's gonna be the opposite grift, because this grift is only gonna be invite only for people that can handle lowering their ego 2 seconds and not being, I'm the big guy. Huh? I'm the alpha, triple alpha. I got 17 Ferraris. Andrew Tate. It's like, shut up, dude. Stop.
The American dream is that you can just go to sleep and try it all again the next night.